Mystic Seaport Museum is a place of learning, interpreting, and preserving maritime history. This place provides an educational experience for all people, especially the local children, through seeing the historical boats, showcasing a coastal historical town, and various education programs ranging from sailing to preserving the boats. It is also a place for the community to gather and participate in community-based activities. Currently, there is a series of problems that are happening around Mystic Seaport Museum. This is including climate change. As the sea levels are rising, the current location of the village green and the green space is vulnerable to flooding. My design changes the topography, which allows for new areas to emerge and for the future protection of sea level rise. The shape of the whale tail was inspired by whales as they are an important animal in the ocean and is a large part of boat history. The whale tail design increases green space along the water's edge, accommodates for sea level rise, creates more educational experiences, and has intentional spaces for boats and boat movement. The main reason boats move is to prevent the weathering of the boats from the sun, limiting the damages from windstorms, and making spaces for temporary boat exhibits. My design increases the docking area to accommodate more boats. It also is at different angles to help with the limiting damages from the storms and to make weathering equal on all sides of the boats. There is an amphitheater area that allows for the museum to host lectures for temporary boat exhibits. This is a larger area that can host for gathering as they present these boats. There will also be an opportunity to create a new building that can showcase some of the smaller wooden boats from their collections area, and this building would be in a flood-resistant state as it is a newer design. As for Village Green, it has been elevated and relocated to a higher elevation. This will still allow the replica of a historical town to be built and continue telling the stories of sailors and a coastal community. A large portion of the expansion of the whale tail has been dedicated to human activity. This is a large green space located at the water's edge. It has a change in topography to accommodate different activities. Some of these activities include places of gathering, movement, and areas to sit. Currently, there are a lot of festivals hosted at the museum, and these festivals are placed in between buildings along the water's edge. This design accommodates this as there are terraced areas and an increased green space to place these tents so they will be integrated into the landscape around the water's edge. In the future, the sea levels are predicted to rise, which will allow for a small marsh to form on the lower end of the terrace. This gives the museum some storm protection and minimizes the erosion rate as the plants will hold in the soil. This also provides an opportunity to give context to the local fish shacks as seafood species tend to live near marshes. The seafood shacks tell the stories of fishermen and the species they caught. It also allows for the docking of the relevant boats that store these species before they return to land. An example of this would be the Nelly being placed with the Thomas Oyster House, as they are both a part of the oyster collection. Overall, this design allows the Mystic Seaport Museum to stay at the water's edge to tell the stories of maritime life and history. It redefines the wayfinding as there are designated areas for new functions. This design also addresses sea level rise and concern and protection strategies, creating designated areas that promote boat movement and storytelling, preventing more spaces for interpretation and educating people, providing a space dedicated for festivals to form, and expanding the green space at the water's edge where the visitors want to be. Thank you.